Amara La Negra in to talk about her new single Andale. Amara La Negra is an Afro Latina artist out of Miami making dope music. She's got a new song called Andale, which is what we are going to listen to. I love this music video, by the way. It's definitely a whole vibe. Welcome, Amara. If you guys are just tuning in, we've got Afro Latina artist from Miami, Amara La Negra. She's in here to talk about her new single called Andale, which I've watched the video. It's amazing. I love it.
Thank you.
You're so talented in everything that you do. And you are truly an artist. And you know, you perform, my heart literally is always like, I'm holding my breath when you perform. I'm like,
Oh, thank you. Well, I want to thank every single person that's connected on this live today. We're going to make this real brief, real fun, real short, but it is going to be good and juicy. Yeah. I'll tell you this much. I'm excited about my new single, Andale. I want to invite all of you guys to go check it out. Andale, Andale, Andale on YouTube. Go check out the music video. It was produced by KO, an amazing producer from Atlanta. It was filmed here with the director, Mike Montoya, in Miami. And we made the best out of it, knowing that we were obviously in the middle of quarantine. There was a limit of so much you could do. But we were like, you know what? We're going to figure out some way to still push out this music video, because if we wait till quarantine is over, it's never going to come out. Because we don't know when is this over.
And I meant to ask you, how is it releasing music in these crazy times? Because, you are trying to be careful, but you also want to put out good music, good content.
Right. I think it's important to just have fun with it, and just throw out music. In this case, I feel like there's a lot of people that is invested or spend a lot of money trying to get these strategies, these marketing strategies to really push music. But at this moment, because everybody's on social media and because everybody is stuck on their phones, I just feel like if you do music, just put out music. Like, it doesn't have to be super perfect. The music video doesn't have to be the biggest production. I think that people are so understanding these days of what music videos are. And when you just like a song, you just like a song. It doesn't even matter.
Yeah. And if you just like a person, you'll support them in whatever they put out at the same time.
Right. Right.
And just talking about people wanting to watch your music videos, because you're talented and you're out here just putting out music. What was the inspiration? Because there's like a storyline going on in Andale. What was that inspiration coming from?
Long story short, I was in Miami, and they presented me this song, the Andale song. MJ actually was the one who presented the song to me. And I was like, oh my God, like, this is not what I do. Like, I'm not like a rapper. Oh, hold on. Shout outs to Baby Swing that's in here. Un beso para Baby Swing, a good friend of mine. So basically I was like, well, like, I don't really rap like that. Like, I'm not a rapper, but I can rap, and I love challenges. Like, especially if I've never done something, I can at least say I did it, and I actually enjoyed it. I recorded this song, which is way out of my comfort zone, way out of what I'm used to. I'm very Caribbean. I do a lot of fusions. I do like Brazilian funk with like Perico Ripiao, or I'll do I don't know, dance hall, reggae. I do a lot of different soca. I do a lot of different, rhythms, kizomba, etc. So in this case, I was like, you know what? I've never really done a full-blown hip-hop rap song. Like, Andale, let's do it. I did it. It came out great. And now I can't wait to do the next one.
Yeah. And I'm, talking about you just mostly doing Caribbean music, I did hear that this has still a little bit of a reggae flair, but you're definitely rapping. And I think that just being so versatile, that just shows how talented you are as an artist.
This one, it's actually like a fusion between like hip hop and I would say a little bit of some Mexican vibes in there. And then I also love being able to do a lot of fusion musically, but in this case, culturally. So that's why I had mariachis and, the biggest shout outs to all of Mexicanos, all the Mexicans that are connected here. And by the way, Mexico is really going through some tough moments right now after the earthquake that just happened. So just letting you guys know, all our Mexican brothers and sisters, we're here. You guys are in our prayers. Much love and support. So I just wanted to put that, out there real quick.
Of course, you guys showing love out there. Amara, you talk about how you do so many different types of style of music. And you have a song, What's a Bomb Bomb, which is for me, I'm reggae, I'm Jamaican, so I know Sister Nancy that put that out. So what does it feel like for you to kind of just be a part of that list of reggae music, Afro music that's crossing over into the American mainstream?
I think that this is 2020, and I think that this is a new generation, and I think that we are in a space of being open-minded, and that's why I just enjoy doing music, even if it's a remix, especially if it's a classic. Why not? So I also want to be able to put my own flair to it. I no matter what music I do, I always make sure, even though that my accent alone will do the job, but I always make sure to still add a little bit of Latin flavor in there, a little, Dominican flavor in there, because I still want to stay true to myself, no matter, what market I'm touching. So
absolutely. No, I feel like you've always stayed true. You've always talked about being Afro-Latina, and telling people about what that actually means. Because I think that a lot of times we just think that it just means that you're a Black woman, but it's like, no, I'm actually Black and I'm Afro-Latina. So kind of explain that to me, because I know you're talking to Breakfast Club, and people were just like, oh, I thought that just meant Black. But
so
like,
it's really not that difficult, okay? So I am Dominican, even though that I was born and raised in Miami, right? I am Dominican. And it just means that my race is Black. It kind of means I come from African descent. I'm Black, but culturally, I'm Latina. I'm Dominican. So it's really not that hard. There's Afro-Latinos everywhere. It means that they're Black and they're Latin or Spanish, however it is you want, call them. But we're just Black people. I feel like a lot of people kind of missed out the fact that slaves were dropped off in every single part of this world. It wasn't just like in the United States. So out in the Caribbean, there's a lot of Black people that only speak Spanish or may speak French or may speak any other language. But in my case, as an Afro-Latina, that's just what it is. And I have a lot of family members that are literally white, like white.
Yeah.
Right. So it's just a melting pot. It's very mixed, and I have like some of my facial features from my mom's side, and their side they may have more European. On my father's side, the women are tall and real chocolatey, real. That melanin is like up there. My father's like probably 3 shades darker than me, or 4 shades darker than me. He's very, very melanin, and we're just so mixed. So to me, it's like when I see us, that's just how we come. We're very mixed.
Right. Speaking of that, you've gotten a lot of naysayers that said that you couldn't cross over into the American mainstream music because you were wearing your Afro.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
Amara, tell me about it, because here you are, here you stand, and you had to let them know. What was that struggle like for you? Or how did you break those barriers?
Okay, so first of all, if you want to tell me that I'm not going to make it based off my talent, based off my personality, based off my charisma, based off whatever it is, my education, based off the way that I speak, based off whatever, I'll take that. But to tell me that the reasons why, or one of the reasons why I won't make it is because of my Afro, or because of the hair that I rock on my head, now that's just plain ignorant. And I also want to take this one because I really haven't been talking about it, but after this, I feel inspired because I already kind of did my face. And, I just got my nails done and my lashes beat. Yeah, so after this, I'm going to go on my live, and I want to talk about this. I want to talk about this. I want to talk about this hairstyle, okay? So long story short, at the age of about 16, 17, I stopped perming my hair. As a Dominican or someone coming from a Dominican family, hair is a very big deal to us, and we're hair people. So my mom used to burn my scalp, and I used to get all these perms. And then around that time, I started really paying attention to Black history and how it impacted, and all the strong, powerful people who stood behind their culture, and the things that they did to defend their race, and all these things. And I was just like, it was just like, it was just this new, oh guys, don't be scared, it's not Corona.
It's not COVID.
It's not COVID. So I just had this feeling in my heart, like, you know what? I want to stop perming my hair. I just want to literally let my hair at its natural state, because I am suffering to satisfy society's standards of beauty. So I'm no longer going to do that. It took me a process. So then I started rocking my Afro. all my hair fell off because when you perm and then you stop perming, your hair falls off.
Yeah,
My hair fell off. I went through all that. That's not the reason why I have this forehead. I was born with this forehead.
Born
okay?
with this though.
I was always born, ever since, I'm going to show you guys baby pictures. I've always had a big forehead because I've always been extra smart, bitch. So, anywho.
No, put that out because they need to know.
Period. Okay. So then I started rocking my afro. My hair got really healthy. It got great, but then it was kind of hard to maintain having a perfect afro 24/7. So it was my mom's brilliant idea, because I only let my mom do my hair for the most part. And then I told my mom, oh my God, you know, my hair, I'm literally picking out this hair all day long. We're in Miami, it's very humid and the hair falls. So she was like, why don't we try doing some afro extensions since you want to have this afro so bad?
Give us the secret, Amara, because I need an afro with some extensions.
Yeah, so they literally have kinky textured hair that you could sew in, and boom, there you go. So you could either sew it in, you can do 50-50, you'll have some of your hair out. There's so many things you could do, and I have always been honest. That's why I always said, yes, this is my hair, because I'll mix it up. Have I used frontals? Have I used wigs? Have I used weave? Have I used braids? Have I used this? I have used everything. I'm an artist. I'm supposed to be able to transform and adapt. But I've always said that my hair doesn't define me. My hair doesn't make me who I am. It just so happens to be that I can change hairstyles any day of the week, and that doesn't change who Amara La Negra is or what I stand for or what I believe. Yeah. So I've gotten a lot of hate, mainly from women, which has been the most hurtful part. Because I'm like, I'm like, with all due respect, when we see other girls out here with colorful hair, or y'all be wearing your horse hair or whatever it is that y'all use, you don't hear me saying shit to y'all. I'm over here supporting, like, bitch, you look good. So why is y'all so concerned? And I'm like, you know, I think it's just realistically, I just think it's that brainwash that's been done to the community of the Black race, that Black is bad. And, you know, even thinking so much about natural textured hair or whatever the case may be, even if it's a style that you want to use, you will always be somewhat more embraced when you're wearing these more European textured hair, which is like straight hair, which is nothing wrong with it. It's cool. But I just think it shouldn't be such an issue if a Black woman wants to wear kinky textured hair or nappy hair or whatever it is that you want to call it. It should be like, all right, cool. That's what it should have been in the first place. Right. So anyways, I've been dealing with that bullshit. Shout out to
I embrace you.
Libra gang that's in here. I see you guys. What were you saying? Did you embrace yours?
Yeah, you know, I have a similar story to yours, but I was so scared to wear my hair in its natural state because I did pageants, and for a long time, pageants make you, like, you have to wear your hair straight.
Oh my God, you did pageants?
I did.
Oh my God, me too. Oh, that's bomb. But
I was gonna ask you about that because in the Latin culture, like, pageants is a big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it is. Never done that. Okay, so I was born in 1990. I'm never afraid to talk about my age. I'm proud that God has allowed me to live these many years. So I was born in 1990, and I did my first pageant in 1991. Oh. So my mom was one of those psychotic beauty pageant moms. She had me in every beauty pageant, 1,000 baby pictures with the little dresses and the socks with the little lace. All that crap was my mom, the big head bows and all that. So I started doing that, and then later on, you know, I naturally just developed. I just naturally had a really big personality, and I was very confident, and I just wanted everybody to see me sing and dance and perform. So, so she actually started putting me more intensely into these beauty pageants. I will say, out of all the things that I lived in my youth, I feel that I missed out on my childhood because it depends how serious you take it or how serious your mom or your parents are about it. But it takes a lot of rehearsal, a lot of classes, a lot of this, a lot of that, a lot of discipline, a lot of other things. And for example, I don't know how to swim. I don't know how to ride a bike. I don't know how to skate. I you know, barely really played with dolls.
We gotta take you swimming, girl.
I know, but my life, it was more like you have singing classes, acting classes, then you have drum classes, and after that you have an audition. After the audition, you have so it was like, that's kind of how I grew up. That's why I kind of feel like I still have like a little girl spirit in me that's very relevant, very out there. But yeah, my mom was one of those crazy beauty pageant moms, but I appreciate it to a certain extent because I learned discipline. I'm a very disciplined person. My work ethic is crazy. Like, I have always been big into that, but it's also been because I grew in an environment where you didn't have another option but to, you know, prove your point and work for it. So there's great things that you can get out of being in beauty pageants.
There is. I always tell people that I learned how to speak publicly and just clean up, you know, just be a little more polished sometimes in certain atmospheres. And it brought me to being a broadcast journalist as I am now.
Amen.
And I saw that you're going to be hosting an award show, the Premio Juventud. So how do you feel about that?
Oh, wait, hold on. Before I forget, and I learned one more thing also about beauty pageants. Even at an early age, don't trust these bitches. I learned that at an early age. They will jack your shoes. They will cut up your dress. Girl, I've been through it all.
They will cut your stuff up.
Okay, well, moving forward to Premios Juventud. Okay, well, I am honored. I am super excited to be part of this year's Premios Juventud. I was actually there last year. Last year, I got to be one of the hosts, and I also got to perform. In this case, I won't be performing, which is fine, but I'm still honored to be part of it. For those that may not know, Premios Juventud is like the VMAs. It's like a VMAs for the Latin community. It's a huge deal. Well, this year, I mean, Cardi was nominated last year, but this year we have Cardi B, Nati Natasha, Ozuna, Daddy Yankee, Farruko. I mean, the list goes on and on of all the Bad Bunny, of all the amazing people that are going to be participating. So this is a huge deal. I'm very happy to be there. I'm even happier to be representing the Afro-Latino community at these awards because, you know, it's very few of us that are there publicly. So, you know, I'm good. I'm blessed. There's other big projects, which I can't talk about, but they're like huge. It's coming at the end of the year, but this is huge for me. This is one of those check, did that. The next one will be to actually perform in it, but still to be working in it is still, you know.
Yeah, no, congratulations.
And it's going to be in Las Vegas.
Oh, that's even better. So when
in October. Oh my God, I'm trying to give you clues. It's gonna be in. Who can write it down? If you guys know what I'm talking about,
write it down.
So I'm not gonna say anything because I can't say anything. But I'm not really saying anything. I'm just letting you know that in October in Las Vegas, I'm gonna be there working for these really big award shows.
Gotcha. So October. Be in Vegas because Amara La Negra is gonna be there. Gotcha. I wrote it down. So we're
all right. Let me see if anybody writes it down. If anybody guesses it, it will be bomb. But if you don't, hey, that's on you. All right, go for it.
They'll figure it out. Look, people on Instagram are FBIs, so they're gonna figure it out for sure.
They are.
If you guys are just tuning in, it is Amara La Negra. She's talking about her new single, On Delay. You guys make sure you stream that now. The music video is dope on YouTube. I'm your girl, Bonnie Banks. We do interviews every Wednesday. Amara, I want to also touch on what's going on now with just Black Lives Matter, because you are an Afro-Latina woman. What are you doing in your community? What have you seen? Has there been a cultural shift for you as well in your community?
No. Well, for those that don't know, and for those that do, I have always been an activist for the Afro-Latino community. I was out there in the marches. As soon as it started happening, I was the first one. So I wasn't out there for the clout. You know, I didn't wait to the end, to the last protest. Right. You know, I was there from the get-go. I have always been there. I have always been an advocate. I have always been very vocal about the injustices and racism and colorism and classism and all the issues that happen in my community. Obviously, I was born and raised in Miami. I was raised in Hialeah and in Brownsville. If you out here from Miami, you know what it is, which is a mainly predominant African-American community. So I adopted a lot of the African-American culture for myself. I felt that I looked like them. We live in the same neighborhood. I look like y'all. We go to the same school. I went to Drew, for those that are from Miami, you know. And I was like, well, I'm Black. But then it was a very confusing stage because then I would go home. My mom don't speak no English. And we're listening to like merengue. And we're eating different type of food. And, you know, it's like, so I'm not sure where I belong. What the hell is going on? So just in that process, I learned and I understood to appreciate their culture as well as for me. And this is a race thing that's happening. It's not a nationality thing, it's a race thing. Right. So it's not just in America. America has been the key because it started it, but I'm grateful that this movement was able to spread worldwide, even into my countries in Europe and other places where they're still currently suffering of racism and all these issues. And let me tell you, police brutality is not just here in the US. Okay, it just so happens to be that for Americans as a international or as a Caribbean, an island, a Latina, however you want to put it, but I have the possibilities of not just looking at American news, but also looking at news from around the world. And police brutality is not just here. It happens all over. Racism is not just here. 2020, there's still currently Black slaves. There's a lot of information that we miss out on because the world is so big. But thankfully, we have the access to the internet. And that's why I always say, if there's anything that you don't know it by choice, because you can always go online and make it happen. So yeah, I've been putting in my part. And by the way, I also quickly want to talk about with my team, Jambalaya, and my whole team, we were able to come up with this concept called Not Under Our Watch, notunderourwatch.com. Go check it out. I wanted to do something where it was one location where you can find where to vote, where they're doing protests, music videos that are related to the Black Lives Matter movement. I just did, I was trying to do something. So guys, go check it out, and I will continue to work, and there's still so many projects that I'm doing towards it.
Thank you, Amara, for doing that. Just using your public figure to help move social justice. So very appreciated that. Before we wrap it up, Amara, I want you to tell us what you have next. Are you gonna do a collab? Maybe you have a remix to this song? I mean, give us something, girl.
I actually put it out there. I would love a remix. I don't know with who. I don't know with who, but I would love a remix. And I'm just here with the bullshit. Like, look, I'm here to work. I got the time. Okay, we're still in quarantine to a certain extent, especially for artists. Ain't nobody going to no clubs right now. There's no festivals. There's no concerts. And if there were, I'm not sure that I would be safe myself. So you just have to live your best life and adapt to what's happening. So yes, I will continue to put out music. I will continue to do quarantine music videos. I will continue to, be busy and be visible and be all up in y'all TVs and all up in your Instagrams.
Thank you.
So, I'm just being productive in the space that I have and working with what I have.
We love it. We are loving the video. Thank you for dropping On Delay, because we need music during this time.
Yes, of course.
We appreciate it, Amara. Thank you for joining Skyy Level Media. If you have any last words for your fans before we log off?
One last word, which they're never last. I love you guys so much. Stay strong. Follow me at Amara La Negra ALN, at Amara La Negra ALN.
Right there.
That's right there, so you guys can see all the projects and all the things that I'm doing. And then nothing, no matter what, live your best life. Live your best life. You only live once. Who cares what the people have to say? Because the day that you die, they ain't gonna die with you, and their opinions meant nothing in your life. So live your best life, and that's on the side.
Thank you, Afro Latina Queen. We appreciate you so much. We will hear from you soon, and we are going to look out for new music. Okay.
Awesome. Thank you, guys. Bye.
Bye.